Baz has made the best hand, and he's found a bet. 2 7s, 2 8s, and an ace is leading. Will McCreary call him? Or has he fallen asleep?
Pass.
Laid him down. Graham Pound is playing the board, and Barry Hearn has won his first pot.
I thought we're going to check this out till tomorrow.
That was a long hand.
We had a long wait to get there, but Barry Hearn actually won the pot, bet when he went in front, and played it well.
That was more like 1 ace.
Ralph Farrow snuffed that one out.
I didn't think it was a pair of twos.
No.
Hearn, of course, has only been playing poker for about 5 years, but he has been on a fast track, and the way he tries, Gary, you...
You didn't want to split it.
When you're as shrewd and as sharp as Barry Hearn, when you put your mind to something, you're going to get good at it very quickly. So I think 5 years is going to be more than enough for him to be up to speed for this tournament. He knew exactly where he was in the last pot.
Yeah, he sure did. He's had a lot of practice lately online as well. Farrow, under the gun, says no.
Pass.
And we are moving around here. Pass, pass, pass.
Call.
But McCreary has a call.
Raise.
And that looked like a deep reach from Graham Pound with the ace-8 on the button.
Pass.
His plan here to isolate Gary.
Quite possibly. Thinks that John McCreary's going to want to play a lot of pots, going to be limping in with a lot of weak hands, and Graham's pretty sure his ace-8's in front, at least of John McCreary, so once the other two pass, he probably knows he's in good shape.
McCreary goes no farther, and Graham Pound will take the pot. And he might be thinking that John McCreary is his meal ticket tonight.
Absolutely. He's probably quite happy to have John on his immediate right. He gets to see whatever John wants to do first, and always gets to make John sweat any time they're in a pot together when Graham's actually got position on him, because he's got no idea what he's going to do. So puts a little bit more pressure on John McCreary when he's up against the best professional at the table on his left.
Of course, McCreary capable of hornswoggling the hornswoggler if he gets dealt the right cards.
That's the big problem with John. Can mix up his game, you've got no idea where you are, and he's going to be a real tough nut to crack, because you may catch him bluffing every now and then, but he's going to catch you with a surprise and walk into a hand as much as anyone else. He's just as likely to pick up pocket kings or aces as any of the other players, and when he does, he's probably going to get some action because of his reputation.
Cards out, and Yannick makes the conservative decision with the medium ace. Around now to Baza on the button, who's limped in. 10-6 suited, he's stuck in a call. Called from the small blind as well. And Callahan.
Raise.
The ace-jack.
Raise.
But the raise has come from Ralph Farrow.
12 total. Pass.
That's a big raise with pocket fives.
I think he doesn't want to see a flop. He's not going to know where he is.
Re-raise.
And
22,000 total.
The American's gone to war. 10,000 raised from Farrow, re-raised from Callahan of 10,000 more. And this pot is already over 40,000.
Yeah, you need to.
Callahan wasn't really trying to get Farrow out there with a re-raise of only 10,000.
no, it's a bit of a small strange re-raise. It's giving him control of the pot though, so if something comes down which neither of them like, a bet from Callahan could probably win him the pot. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens.
46,000 in the pot for this flop, and the action will be on Callahan, who's made top pair and may end this very quickly.
Check. Check.
Oh, he's laying a little trap. Let's see if he gets a good turn card for him to finish the deal.
Check, check, turn to come.
Unfortunately for Callahan, that's probably a scare card for Farrow even more. Now I wonder if Ralph's actually thinking about making a steal at this pot.
14,000.
Callahan doesn't know where he is. He's played this very strange, and now Farrow with the bluff, 14,000. But Gary, does he think his fives might be good?
I don't think so. I think he's trying to move him off the hand. He's shown weakness, and he's tried to steal it, but Callahan's decided to close his eyes and call.
14,000, not enough to chase Callahan. River card to come, and that has made Callahan 2 pair, but the possible straight on board may scare him.
Check.
I've got aces and jacks.
Okay,
Check,
two
check,
pairs.
best handle, win the pot. Callahan taking that one down. And Ralph saying, I never would have figured you had that.
Very strangely played pot. Yeah,
But it's got him the money.
it certainly has. He's laid a trap on the flop. He's almost walked into it himself by having a horrible scare card of the king come down. But the ace has definitely made him felt more confident, and Ralph switched off.
Looking at that one more time, Faro started good with the 2 5s, but when the flop came down, it was all Callahan. Jacks on the flop and an ace on the river, and 2 pairs, aces up, will beat 1 pair of 5s.
You grow old waiting for cards like that. Yeah. As John McCroke knows from his famous Kings on the River.
Blinds are posted, and Faro replaces the sunglasses. He's made the first noise at this table tonight. Excuse me, Callahan. He's made the first noise at this table tonight. The dentist from California. McCreerick first to speak.
Cool.
Folding up
Pass.
shop. Limp in from Graham Pound. 2,000 is called. And that's what he's doing it with.
Cool.
Graham capable of mixing it up. He could have raised with that or called. Option on Yannick, who's found a big pair in the big blind. Automatic raise.
Unless he wants to try and lay a trap, but pocket jacks is not really a big enough hand to want to try and lay a big trap with.
Raising 6,000 more, 8,000
So
total.
now he's
Cool.
Yannick's raised the size of the pot. Quick call from Pound, but Faro
Pass.
with the 7-9 says he'll wait for the next hand, and we are head up for the flop. Yannick in front. And something, a pair on the board. Yannick still leading. He'll like that flop.
absolutely, it's a very good flop for him. No overcards. The only thing he's got to worry about is an 8, and I don't think he can imagine Graham wanting to play in that position with an 8. We're just going to have to see what happens.
Dane's taking his time.
10,000.
And that's a fair bet.
Graham giving him the eye. Trying to decide one or two things, whether he thinks he's winning at the moment, or if he can possibly get rid of his opponent with a raise.
Got the blocker out.
Yeah, he's staring down. He says, I've never played live before, and if I've got to tell, you can't. I don't want to let you see it.
I think Yannick would rather leave the building than sit there and stare at Graham, so...
I'm just wondering if this Vaughan's going as fast as his one.
Pound, of course, has been staring at
that
mugs for
Unabomber
30
in the
years.
States to bring the hood over. Right, he should have got the hood.
10,000.
That's it, yeah.
He's from here, isn't he?
Is it the Unabomber?
Ireland or something?
I tell you what, Yannick may know he has the best hand, Gary, but having a guy like Graham Pound stare at you will make anybody sweat.
Absolutely.
He can't. I don't think he wants a call here.
Can't help laughing, it's just true.
I don't think Graham's going to call. I think he's just giving him a hard time. Make him realise he's not going to make it easy for him.
Cool. The camera was close up on your neck, man.
Yannick has adopted the freeze frame pose,
Pass.
and it seems to have worked out for him. He's taken the pot.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. Pull down a nice little pot.
Hart is beaten fast, but it worked out to his advantage. Look at him go now. Always nice to win the first one.
I hope he's got a medic standing by if he's going to keep that as his heart rate. But yeah, he'll be pleased. That should settle him down.
So is that the biggest disadvantage you think that the internet players are going to face here against the players of experience live? They're worried about giving off tells.
Possibly. They, you know, it is a bit of a disadvantage when you're not used to that that kind of face-to-face confrontation. There's a big difference between sitting behind a computer screen and actually